Hello everyone, are you ready for another adventure? It's me, Woki, and I'm back with another fake Grand Order video. Would you take a look at the time? June is coming to a close and July is right around the horizon, and coming with it is our 9th anniversary. So that means it's time to take a look and see what events and banners are coming to the game in July. That's going to be today's video. I hope you like it. If you do, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you're looking forward to the most, but I'm going to assume for most people it's going to be Anniversary and Summer. And if so, I guess just let me know, how prepared are you? Are you one of the people who have been saving for a long time? I have almost 400 tickets myself ready for Anniversary, but I also know there's plenty of people who probably have saved way more, and there's also people who have saved way less than me. The one multi in a dream believers. Anyway, let's begin. So as we always begin, I will start by saying, how do I know what's coming to the game? The answer is that we're 2 years behind on the JP version of the game, so it allows us to kind of take a look and see what they went through, and we go through pretty similar stuff. There's a couple discrepancies, and I try and bring it up when it comes up. For example, here's one of them. In Japan, their anniversary is typically closer to the end of July or the beginning of August, which it was for this year. And ours always happens during Anime Expo, typically the Saturday of Anime Expo, which this year is going to be the 4th of July. So that's the little bit of differences, but I think for the most part we should have pretty similar things other than that. Let's take a quick look and see what's currently going on in the game. We have Hunting Quest Part 14, the 9th Anniversary Countdown Campaign, which you still have plenty of stuff from that to kind of still go for. The Fake Grand Order Summer 2026 Event Participation Support Campaign Part 2, Ordeal Call New Duties Unlocked Part 7, and of course Dancing Dragon Castles is actually still currently going on as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at what's going to be coming for this month. Click on August here, and we'll click on the 9th anniversary. So I do plan to do a video talking more in depth about the 9th anniversary, but this will be great as a quick look at to see what we can expect from it. Also in that video, I'll go into more detail about the actual anniversary unit that is coming with it. But yeah, quick, don't want to make this end up being an insanely long video after all. Those insanely long videos are coming later. But anyway, 10 great campaigns are coming. The main ones, as always, to take note of here are the GSSRs, which are going to be Destiny Order and the Lucky Bag. You can't do them if you're free to play. I've already done a video talking about the Destiny Order. Destiny Order is the more expensive one. And the way I did the video is specifically making my own Destiny Order and maybe giving some advice to people. But at the end of the day, the Destiny Order is built by you yourself. So you should always pick the ones that you would prefer to pick over anything I have to say. The best I can do is like point you to an ingredient, but it's up to you to actually choose it. If you don't like the ingredient, then you don't pick them. You just go ahead and make your own. But yeah, I did a video on that, covering that already. Lucky Bag, the video is still being worked on for that one. It should release before Anniversary. My work was crazy busy, so some of my plans, which would have been releasing Lucky Bag before I had to release this video, didn't come out that way, but it should be fine because I still have it to be, it should still be ready by the time Anniversary comes out. And if it doesn't, won't I look silly in all these videos talking about it? It's also tough because Lucky Bag is 3 videos. There's an extremely long video, there's a decent sized 10-minute version of the video, and then there's like a minute-long short that releases on the day of. Why do I do it so much? I did it 1 year and it became a running joke, and now I do it like every two times a year, and I always prepare for it now. But anyway, that's Lucky Bag. Third, there will be a login bonus, and that of course features 10 summon tickets. There'll be a guaranteed summon improvements, so no longer a one-time limit, so it will actually reset, which is really good because beforehand it didn't. Pity counter in a countdown format. Example, when roles only left pity will still be played under the summon history. That's good. So it used to be that when you reach pity, you were done. There was no chance of pity afterwards. And that kind of sucks. And continuing on before it actually just turns into me talking about it. Limited time main quest clear count missions and main quest progress missions, along with permanent ones, are coming. New append skills. This is a big one that we have to definitely talk about for that video. Permanent Da Vinci Workshop and Mana Prism updates, along with some limited time extra missions. 4 times super and great success rate, so you can really feel bad when you miss it. And then limited time daily quest 1/2 AP, Bleach Earth quest 1/2 AP, also for a limited time. Storage expansions, which is always good. A second archive expansion slots also that you can purchase from the Da Vinci Workshop will be there. and servant strengthenings, which we'll take a little bit look at after that. Some other campaigns: the Da Vinci Workshop limited time sale. This is the one that adds in the 10 tickets, which is always good, along with the other basic stuff. Some game system updates like material drop locator, recommended support feature. The roadmap is already here. This is already here. This is why another reason why I kind of like to talk a little bit more about it, because I'm actually very curious to see what kind of quality of life, if any, are going to be moved ahead of time. If you have an idea for that, please let me know, and I'll actually probably talk about it when I get to making that video. But let me know if you think any specific quality of life update is coming with the 9th anniversary, because it's definitely happened in the past. And in terms of summoning campaign, we have, of course, Space Ereshkigal, which is going to be coming. She's the main big one. This is the one I've been saving 300 tickets with. I've been saving so many tickets that I have 400. That's how ready I am for Space Ereshkigal. Along with some rate-up craft essences, which includes Flame of Applause, Crown in August, Welcome to Expo, the King, new craft essences that are not on rate-up, the King Tsukimihara, and Shinji Tank Attack. Great names on that one. Summoning Campaign 2, which features banners that will have Yongafoy, Telemeos, Kama, Sakata Kintoki, Kenshin, Merlin, Sherlock Holmes, along with the 4 stars, I guess, with them would be Osaka Behime Archer, Nido Chris Assassin, Summer Nobunaga, Summer Camilla, Nagakura Shinpachi, Summer Gareth, Alessandro Di Cagliostro, and the way the banner breakdown will be Yang and Osaka Behime first, and then Ptolemaeus and Nido Chris Summer, then Kama and Summer Nobu, Kintoki and Camilla, Kenshin and Shinpachi, then Merlin and Gareth, and then Sherlock Holmes and Cagliostro. I'm always messing up on that one. And like I said, the lucky bag is here. 17 banners in total, divided by a theme. 5-star servants will be randomly limited based on pool of servants. I completely fucked up that sentence. Let me start again. Sorry. 5-star servants will be a random limited servant based on the pool of servants on the banner. 1 4-star guaranteed servant among the limited and story class. 4-star and 3-star servants are shared between all banners, and it's only 15 paid St. Quartz, but these are the kind of the pavilions that they have on here. Again, that video talking about them more in depth is coming. And Destiny Order, like I said, 30 premium can only be done. Both of these can only be done once if you're curious, if you're really that new to it all, except for, as I mentioned every single time we talk about the TSSR, the one time it happened on Japan where it was not limited and they were able to summon on it multiple times. And this is the pre-release campaign that we've already talked about. So the servant strengthening quests right here. These are the servants that are going to be, I guess if you, for whatever reason, you don't want to know what servants are about to get their strengthening, it's a little bit weird for me to know, but if you consider that a spoiler, I guess you can go ahead and jump to the next part of this video, which thankfully there's should be time thingies in the video to let you know when I talk about the next subject. But day 1, it will be Benienma, and of course, oh, I can go down here. Gilles de Reyes Saber, big Gilles de Reyes Saber buff. Everyone's been waiting. Assassin Cleopatra and Asclepius. That's not how you actually say his name. That's how I say his name. That's going to be the next day. The day after that one is going to be Iskandar. This one I've been waiting for a long time. And Nido Chris Assassin. And then the next day after that one is Abigail and Billy the Kid. Day after that one, it's going to be Moriarty the Ruler version. And Charlotte Corday, and then the day after that one, it's going to be Hokusai and Red Hair. And then on the final day of the buffs, it's going to be Merlin and Nursery Rhyme. The caster everyone had been waiting for to get buffed. Had been needing it for an insane amount of time. I'm glad that Nursery Rhyme is getting their buff. It's been a long, as someone who has had an MP4 Nursery Rhyme, let me tell you, man, I've been waiting. I think mine is actually probably NP5 at this point. And of course, Merlin gets really crazy good crit support on this one. Really nice support on that one. And that's what it's going to be looking like for the strengthening. And now, next, welcome back everyone that left briefly for that one. The Fate Stay Night Remastered Release Commemoration campaign already happened, because this is one of those instances where it happened, I think, when ours came out, so this ain't happening. But then we have the summer event, which should be mid-July, which they already announced in the news itself that you can look at. In terms of this one, there's a lot of weirdness going on with this one. This eventually gets turned into a main interlude. The reason being is that the thing that happens afterwards, which is Archetype Inception, it's a chapter. To unlock that chapter, you have to have cleared the Ordeal Call prologue, and you have to clear Act 13 of Celeb Summer Experience, which is the name of this summer event. So I kind of always, in my mind, when it was going through, I remember because when it was happening, I was like, is this just all connected? Is this like the summer chapter? But I was like, no, this is the next chapter of the story. This is also as someone who was trying to avoid story spoilers, because I don't actually fully know. All I know is that it's very important to actually beat this summer event, which is why this summer event lasts an insane amount of time. In Japan, it went from August 14 all the way to October 2nd, because beating it is how you unlock the next chapter. So after it goes away, it comes back as a main interlude for you to do. But that's something to really keep in mind on this for this one. Again, I will also be doing a video going more in depth about everything here, but to quickly take a look at the banners themselves, we can go ahead and start seeing what the summer units for this year are. We have Mysterious Executioner CIEL, which I believe probably spells out. I actually don't know how to say your name. Is it Seal or is it Kel or something like that? I don't know. Feel free to let me know, just because I'm going to be talking about this unit for a while and I need to make sure that I have an idea of their name. I could probably click on their name and actually check out their dialogue and they will literally say their name. But let me know either way. And then Summer Nikitch and Summer Sufu, along with the Raid Up Craft Essences with the Moon, Poolside Maid, and Portable Modoc. Another campaign right here is going to be the Man Banner, which is going to feature Karna and Percival. Along with the Man Banner, craft essences, which are Bright Blue, Queen Killer, and the Soak. And then Summer 2018 to 2020 rerun will happen as well, which is give you an additional chance to get one of the old summer units in case you missed them, which is going to be Summer Ruler, Summer Kiara. I gotta stop saying Summer in front of all of them. Assume from this point forward, all the units I mentioned are the summer themed versions. BB, Mysterious Alter Ego Lamba, Okita J Soji, Tomoe, Ilya, Queen Maeve, and Mysterious Heroine XX. With the way the banner breakdown is going to look like, it's going to be Ruler along with Lamba and Okita. Then 2 days later, it's going to be Kiara, Tomoe, and Ilya. Then 2 days after that, BB, Maeve, and Mysterious Heroine XX. And the craft essences for this one should be the ones from their events. So the 2019 one, the 2020, I guess it would be different numbers for us, but the corresponding ones for the correct year will be there. And then finally, we have Archetype Inception, which is going to feature BB Dubai, Summer, I should again mention, these are all summer units, Tenochtitlan, or Mexico City, whichever you would prefer to say them, and Mysterious Heroine XX Alter. And this is the banner that's going to feature all of them, along with new craft essences that are not on Raid Up, which is Paradise of Ecstasy and the Beginning of an Escape. And yeah, okay, so this is where it ends for the summer event, and then we go into the Archetype Inception chapter release. Okay, so the Archetype Inception chapter release, the main thing to remember about this one is that it is kind of broken down into 3 parts, which is something is going to make talking about what's going to be happening in this month a little bit funny as I go, hey, it's still kind of related to Archetype Inception release and stuff like that. As I mentioned beforehand, these are the new servants, which is BB Dubai, Tenochtitlan, and Mysterious Heroine XX. New materials as well, Moonlight Nucleus and the Universal Cube. Pure Prism exchange will, I think, happen. It's after October 4th, both of them. So that means it's going to be a while to get those in there. And there will also be new requests on the Bleach Earth. There is a Welfare Servant tied to this one. Correct me if I'm wrong on this one. This is Hakuno. I always have a struggle with this one because when I played Extra, my master was called the Combo Burrito. So I always think of her when I see her face. I don't think of Hakuno, I think of Combo Burrito. But that's not their name. They're gonna be coming, I believe, at the beginning when you finish it, Archetype Inception. You get to choose one of them, and then later on there will be a quest where it will, like, I think then Archetype Inception goes away, and then you can come back and do it again right then and there. I believe that's how it works. If it's not how it works, feel free to let me know so I can correct this when I talk more in depth about Archetype Inception when it comes up. But from what I could look around, looking at some data and looking back on the time, that's what I sound. This was also like a really weird time. I don't know if it's like this for everyone else as the 9th anniversary. As someone who does not play the Japanese version and typically looks at it and kind of waits the 2 years for it to happen, keeping in track of it so I know what I would like to summon and stuff like that. I feel like this year was really weird with the append skill stuff kind of happening and the big controversy that came with that, which is going to be another can of worms, which is why I want to do the video talking about it separately, where I have to get like a gauge. So how does everyone feel? Are we going to get the compensation they got, or are we just going to get the improvements and nothing else related to that? But then there was all the weirdness going around. Who's the summer welfare? They hid it for so long, and then eventually it was revealed to be Hakuno. But then it turns out you don't get them from summer event itself. You get them from the chapter, and then you have to beat the summer event to be able to go into that chapter. So it always felt really weird and confusing. And now that I'm talking about it here, I can see why I was confused back in the day. I think I understand it now, 2 years later, after I can like look at the bigger picture. But if you're confused, I guess let me know and ask questions and I'll see. And if you have more information that you'd like to give, feel free to let me know. Okay, and then next, in terms of some game updates, there'll be an auto formation confirmation dialogue, class score update, and then servant battle animation for Kiara. That will be new animations for her, which is going to look pretty nice. Strengthening for King Protea and Kiara is coming. For King Protea, huge scale will have her skill cooldown be updated, so it's no longer 12, it will go to 8. And then the new effect here will be increases own buff removal resistance for 1 time 10 turns, removable by infantile regression C. It's a new effect. And then we have a charge to her own MP gauge, which is a new effect. And for Kiara, the thing that's new is that they removed the deal damage to self on Goddess Metamorphosis EX, which is funny going to from EX to B. Increases party's damage against enemies with a good alignment for 3 turns, charges party's MP gauge, that's a new effect, and then overcharges party's MP by 1 stage for 1 time over 3 turns. So those are all new strengthenings, which are nice. The summoning campaigns, I already mentioned one of them, which is BB Dubai, the Notre Clan, and Mysterious Hair 1XX. Over in Summer Campaign 2, we have Koyan Sky of Darkness, Janako, Thomas Edison, Passion Lip, Astolfo Saber, King Protea, and regular Astolfo. The way the banners will break down is that Koyan Sky of Darkness and Thomas Edison will be first, and then 2 days later it will be both of the Astolfos, and then 2 days after that will be Janako by herself solo. She's I guess there's no 4-star Karna that you can put her with. And then 2 stars later we have King Protea and Passion Lip together, along with new craft essences which are not on rate up, Paradise of Ecstasy and the Beginning of an Escape, which are the ones I mentioned back when they got added for BB Dubai and the other summer units. And then Summoning Campaign 3 is a banner that will feature Archetype Earth. There will be another one that features Kiara, and then that one will also feature Roland. So Archetype Earth will happen first, and then 2 days later it will be Kiara. And that's what I think it's basically going to look like for us in July. So at the beginning of September, just to say, because I want to make note of it, Lost Belt number 4 clear support campaign does happen. And in this one, it went from September 1st to September 30th. So that makes me feel like it could maybe be a little bit touch and go if it starts on the very end of July. But I think because it went through the entire days of September, what likely will happen is that it will start on August 1st and it will go all the way to August 31st is what I would assume what they would do. And in terms of while we're here now, I guess we can talk more about what's it gonna look like for the future of the game. Now that for most people, including me, which is another video I have to talk with, this video is mostly me saying, yo, check out this video coming out in the future. But the way I kind of see the game is that it breaks down in 2 halves. Is that first it's the lead up to anniversary and summer, and then once that's done, it's kind of waiting for New Year's and seeing kind of in between. So from there we have Stuff in September. We have October, which is of course going to feature Fairy Sugoroku, along with the 30 million download campaign, which is going to feature an SSR ticket, Lost About 5 clear support campaign. In terms of another new units, it's going to be Tutankhamun, which is going to be inside of Mysterious House Crafters. I believe that's who is going to be featured here. Yeah, Tutankhamun, King Tut himself. And then we also have Louis, which is going to be featured in Christmas 2026 for us, not 2024. Louis, that's going to be a big one. This is maybe why the other reason why I always feel like this year for FGO was like really funny to look back on, because the whole negative St. Quartz thing that happened over in Japan. I can tell you that right now, that's not happening to us. But wouldn't it be funny if the same bug happened to us and they gave us the same temptation? Would you like to summon and get negative St. Quartz? Who knows? And then Space Phantasmoon should be the final new unit for it right here. Though, funny enough, because of the way our New Year's banner works, our actual new one would have been... But no, this still stays true, because typically our New Year's happens on like the 31st, and then it goes into the 1st. But this year was the year that the anniversary unit was Richard, which is already out. So that Phantasmoon is actually going to be the last unit for our year. So yeah, that's kind of what the future is looking forward to us. In terms of what's currently going on, though, I'm excited for Anniversary. I'm well prepared this year, I feel. I'm gonna say, knocking on wood, I definitely want a certain amount of these summer units. The other thing that's always tough as well is that we always got to look towards the future when it comes to this kind of stuff, and unfortunately a lot of the summer units for the future stuff do really interest me, but I still want to try and go for the ones this year, especially with Summer Passion Lip getting their swimsuit next year. Though, funny enough, if you want to talk about one of the reasons why I think this entire year for their summer stuff was a mess, is that I was really hoping for Summer Passion Lip this year and it did not happen. But it really felt like it was going that way, and then they just kind of like didn't do it, which was really weird. But I guess I'll find out when I actually get to experience the story this time. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Anniversary, I'm looking forward to summer, and then I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of this year goes. But before any of that, I have a lot more videos to kind of go through. But that's the end of this one, everyone. Thank you very much for watching, especially if you made it all the way to the end. Again, feel free to bring up anything you feel I may have missed or quickly gone over a little bit too quickly, and I'll take note of it for next time, especially now that YouTube has kind of changed their thing. So, funny enough, I used to be able to look at the dislike button and see like, oh, so did I do something really wrong? Then I guess the dislike button will let me know that. But now they don't even show that to me when I'm looking for information. So any kind of information you have about there that'll help me improve is greatly appreciated. And that's, again, the end of the video. I guess that's the end of the adventure, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, which is going to be tomorrow, because there's going to be a lot of videos that I have to release before time is done. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, I wish you all the best, and I'll see you guys later. Till next time, bye-bye.